Francesca Bianchi, and this year at Pitti I'm presenting not one but two perfumes. The first one is Lost in Heaven. This perfume represents the dichotomy between the search for innocence, for love, for perfection, for heaven, let's say, and the other part is the human nature, the fact that we carry our burden of sins, of regrets, of missed love, of people who doesn't love you us anymore. So all the fact that characterize us as human beings. I try to put these two elements together because I wanted to feel good with myself, with my being human. The angelic part, so the heavenly part is represented by orange flower, jasmine, mimosa, gardenia and many other ingredients. The human part, so the part of our fallibility, of our being not innocent and corrupt, is represented by my usual palette of animalic notes from castoreum, beeswax, ambergris, and a very big core of musks, including a very good reconstruction of tonky musk. So let's go to the second one, and this is the Black Knight. It's all about vetiver. Black Knight, it's not a generic name, it's referred to this Italian warrior leader, world leader, sorry, who's Giovanni dalle Bande Nere, meaning John of the Black Bands. He was a very powerful and strong leader whose armor and decoration of the horses were all black. That's why he got this name. He was feared by many, and he has also a secret lover. So this fragrance is all about vetiver, as I said, from the beginning to the end. But in the beginning you have Artemisia and Caraway, representing the harshness of the battlefield, of the harsh, herbs. You have smokiness of the bonfire and the smell of the horses in a nice way, of course. In the dry down you will smell this beautiful rosy, powdery rosy part which soften the vetiver. So this is it. Oh, by the way, just remind that during spring I released two fragrances which you might have missed. One is Etruscan water, which is aromatic citrusy with a dirty vibe, and the other one is Flanker, which is Sex and the Cini Rolly. So it was really very much loved by all the Sex and the Sea classic fan. This had like 25% of citrusy notes on top and heard. So you have Petit Grain and Neroli, other stuff, which made the typical Sex and the Sea more complex, more intoxicating. So that's all. Thanks, Sebastian, for coming to see me.
Hi, I'm Giorgiana Mocano. I'm the founder of Superboard. Superboard is a new brand where we did the launch last year at the end of September. It's presenting the perfumery in a very different way. What we did is to embottle the niche perfumery, because our 5 creations created by Bertrand de Chauffour in a very urban style. These are spray can, which are usually used for the graffiti, right? And with a very interesting technology of irrigation, because inside you have a bag-on valve, so the perfume doesn't get in contact with the spray can itself. Our irrigation is continued also upside down. The first collection has been dedicated to Milan, so it's an imaginary metro line. At every metro stop you have a perfume. This one, for example, is inspired by a very masculine street in Milan, which is called Via Town de Revel. So it's like smelling Milano on 2 wheels. You have, of course, suede leather and iris and room and seed carrots. It's the introduction of a new gesture of perfuming yourself and of living the perfumery. Actually, it's very generous. It's something like this. very dynamic also, that you can carry with you. You can put it in your backpack and go to work and come back home and go to your fitness club, and it's really living the perfumery in another way, much more dynamic and versatile. It's also for the hair, because the formula has been created to be compatible also with the hair. You have just 20% of alcohol inside. We have also a happy hour. Our last fragrance has been dedicated to a happy hour, a Milanese happy hour that we do usually in the evenings. So when the sun sets, mint leaves refresh joyfully the red notes of aperitivo Milanese. So this is a juice, very colorful. You see, the irrigation works also upside down, so it's something like this. As the writers, the graffiti writers write on the wall, we perfume ourselves. Then we have a fragrance for which we got inspired by the main train station in Milano, so it's Milano Centrale. We all pass by Milano Centrale. It's a very spicy fragrance because people of different nationalities, of different colors pass by each day. We are all in a very strong connection. So you have cardamom and cumin and cinnamon inside. It's our universal perfume. We are not strangers anymore. We add also some notes of coffee, because you arrive in this train station, you drink an Italian coffee, and then you are ready for your next destination. This is actually one of our bestsellers. It is a Good Month fragrance with a touch of vanilla, let's say, which is given by fava tonka raw material. So these are the photos of our fragrances. The second metro stop is dedicated to the vertical forest. We have two skyscrapers in Milan created by the architect Stefano Boeri. Well, we dedicated a fragrance to this vertical forest. When you think about the future, you will see a lot of green, so why not dedicate a fragrance also to it? It's a project which has been extended to a lot of cities, also outside Europe. It's like you climb the forest in vertical. You have also tomato leaves, which are very trendy in the niche perfumery, and you have also patchouli, is the perfume of the shade. Well, it's not really the right order. The first metro stop has been dedicated to an art piece which is present in the Museum of Contemporary Art in Milano. Actually, is a structure of neon created by Lucio Fontana, a very well-known artist. So it's a very light fragrance. It's also very Italian, very Mediterranean, because you have also bergamot inside and rosemary, and of course it's very metallic, so you have metallic notes inside. We will continue also with other collections dedicated to other metropolitan cities, so keep your eyes and nose on Superboard.
Hi, my name is Daria Mancassola. I'm one of the founders of Aqua de Cesari, which is a new brand just launched in 2019. Aqua de Cesari takes the name from the Azores Island, where we are based, and we have 4 fragrances, 2 home fragrances, and then 2 eau de parfum. The home fragrances are taste of wine, because we also produce wine, so the inspiration it comes from there. We have Tinto, which means red wine, and we have Branco, which is white wine. Tinto is a more round flavor of red wine, cassis, pomegranate, and a background of jasmine. We have then Branco. Branco is white wine, have a base of white wine, and lemon and violet in the back. We don't use any type of color for our products. It's all natural, and we use recycled paper, recycled glass. We try to respect the amazing place which are the Azores Islands. We have now 2 eau de parfum. We have Azul, which is a marine azotate parfum, and woody. The wood is the cryptomeria, which is a typical plant that grows in the Azores Islands, which have a little bit of background of of lemon. And then we have Florence. Florence is a parfum that takes the name from one of the islands. It's the farthest one. Is the island where it rained the most, so have like really huge flowers, and we decided for this reason to call it Flourish and to use only white flower to represent this specific perfume. We have Gardenia, Pittosporum, and orange blossom, and white musk on the back. As I said, they're all natural. We don't use any type of color. We use just natural paper and recycled glass. We're just launching this here, so we are on our website and trying to grow. We have some stores also in Portugal as well.
Hi there, I'm Antonio Alessandria from Antonio Alessandria Parfum, my brand, and we are at Pitti in Stazione Leopolda. I'm launching a new fragrance. It's called Dies Aurore. It's a Latin word that say the day of the crack of dawn. It's a fragrance that talks about the olfactory tales of the participation of a young little boy of about 10 years to a special mass that is called the Daybreak Mass in Catania on the 4th of February. So it's very early in the morning. It's also, if you want, the 4th of February, so it's just a little bit cold. And just to comfort himself, he takes with him some little favors just to comfort himself. Arriving at the church, immediately get lost because there's a lot of people. So in his nose, the smell of the sweet treats mixes along with the smell of the cathedral. Incense, stone, carved woods, along with the honey smell of the beeswax candles that light up the night. Thank you.
Hello, happy to see you. My name is Olivier DURBANO. I create perfumes inspired by the stone since 15 years. And I just launched during Pitti my new perfume, the 15th. The name is Pam Bertram. It means stones of hope. It's another step for me in my creation. I feel that this one is really spiritual. I use nard. It's the first time for me to use this kind of ingredients. Just some mysterious thing behind the name because it's interesting and very important for me. Spam Bertram. You can find 2M, and because behind the inspiration also came from Maria Magdalena, and I would like to share with you this mysterious part.
Hi, I'm Miguel Matos. I'm possibly more known as a Fragrantica writer, but I decided to become a perfumer, learning still. But I was invited by Bruno ACAMPORA Perfumes in Italy to create 2 collections for this show. And Bruno ACAMPORA is a brand that comes from the 70s. Bruno ACAMPORA was part of the crowd of Studio 54, and we decided to bring back those memories by launching the ACAMPORA 54 collection, a group of perfumes that are made to impress other people, to give you energy, to dance on the dance floor, to be opulent and extravagant. These black bottles, they are all very different. They all have some kind of signature from a vintage style that I wanted to keep from the brand's DNA. And I would like to talk about Keep On Dancing, for example. It's a fragrance that has all of the materials that you can use legally to have energy, like coffee. There's coffee absolute, there's cocoa absolute, there's mate tea. So it could go on the gourmand side, but it's not sweet. It's more of a woody fragrance. It has chamomile to give it this touch of oily and herbal smell. And it's really sensual, and it's Sebastian's favorite, as I was told. You have also Young Hearts. It's completely different from Keep On Dancing. This one is greener, like a forest. It has a lot of galbanum, fir balsam, pine. So it's kind of mossy also. It's a cheaper structure. I use a lot of cheaper structures, especially in this collection. You can try also the Tadema collection. It's more of a fresh take on my perfumery, happy, sunny side. It's a tribute to the Mediterranean landscape, the herbs, the fruits that we have. So the brand is Italian, but I'm Portuguese, so it's not that far and we have the same environment. I would like to talk about Mentuccia Romana because this is based on a pennyroyal note. And mint is kind of a trend nowadays. I see mint everywhere, but not exactly pennyroyal. And pennyroyal is kind of a mint, the same, but more floral, more delicate, not so strong. And here I pair it with marine notes because the Mediterranean Sea is the reference. And it is a very fresh, very energizing and uplifting perfume that I really, really love to wear. Also, pennyroyal is part of Portuguese cuisine. We use it a lot, so it's kind of symbolic also between Portugal and Italy, even though this is all Italian. And I am very, very, very proud to have done this collaboration with Bruno ACAMPORA. We also created a campaign, and for this we made a video and pictures of all my friends. We are just dancing and having fun. The bar belongs to a friend of mine. It's Corvo Real in Lisbon, and we had so much fun. It was really a great experience to work on these two collections.
Hi, my name is Jacqueline. I'm French from Paris, and I launched my brand called Essentiel Parfum a year ago, and we're launching in Pitti our 6th fragrance, which is Divine Vanille by master perfumer Olivier Pecheux, famous perfumer from Givaudan, with inside a sustainable vanilla from Madagascar. Sustainability is key for us since the beginning, and as well very, very much smoky notes at the base note, with benzoin also sustainable, and osmanthus, beautiful osmanthus just at the top note to give a little bit of sweetness to it. And it's concentrated at 16%. Yeah, come and try it soon. It's going to be soon in Lucky Scent in the US, and of course we ship free all over US from our website.
I'm Veronique Lebihan, founder and artistic director of Atelier MATERI, which is a really new brand, French brand, which combines traditional craftsmanship with a contemporary vision. We worked on raw materials with some traditional raw materials like sandalwood and iris, but also unexpected materials. For example, timut paper, which is a berry from Nepal that I really love, or ambrette seeds, which is very well known in perfumery but not really used, and cacao porcelana, which is a fragrance around white cacao from Peru, which is an amazing ingredient. The beans are roasted in France by a master chocolatier before to be used in fragrances. So for the packaging, we also have a concrete cap, which is handmade with a gold patina. It's handmade in Brittany in France by women. The brand is it's not a fragrances only for women, it's fragrances for men and women, unisex fragrances, but a lot of things are running by women. So there is artistic direction. The nose also is a woman. It's Marie Guntobler, except for sandalwood, which has been created by Lucas Jozak. And caps also are made by women in Brittany. Yes, I would like that you will discover my brand very soon in different countries.
Hi, I'm Pisara Umavishani of Parfum DUSITA, and this year at Pitti, I'm previewing something that I'm gonna launch to the world in the end of October this year. And this is my secret upcoming scent. It's called Le Pavillon d'Or, inspired by the happiness and tranquility of mind when you're looking at the beautiful lake and with a large vegetal. And the pavilion is mean like this kind of golden temple. This perfume, I would like to make it ultra unisex with a cool scent scent of mint, frankincense, honeysuckle. I even have a little bit of fig leaves, and I hope you will enjoy it. And if you want to smell, come and smell with me and immerse yourself into the golden place where your mind finds pure happiness and peace. Thank you, Sebastian.
Hi, I'm Thomas. You might know me from Schwarzlose, which was my first creation on the market. It was a German brand. Now I created a new brand which is made in France, and we invented a very new perfume making method, a new concept, which is called core perfumery. So we have, that's also the name of the brand. Maison means in ancient Greek core or center element of something, and sol is of course Latin for sun. So it's so the whole idea came from the sun core, and we always have a very strong core element in perfumes. In the first case, it's in the perfume of S, it's the saffron, which we use in the core. Here we use oud and orange, so it's called O. And in the third fragrance in the line, we use labdanum and leather. The fragrances are more like oriental fragrances, sweet orientals with a European touch. Especially here I call this a cultural project because we use oud, so the favorite ingredient of the Eastern Arabian countries, and orange, the favorite fragrance ingredient of the Europeans, I would say, or the most common ingredient. So we have perfumes. We wanted to create something higher concentration than other perfumes, and yeah, you have to imagine the creation of the fragrances of MESONSOL, just like the solar system. You have in the center the sun, with a huge gravitation, and all the planets go around circulating, orbiting around the sun. So it's the same concept. We built up layer by layer all the ingredients on the main core element. And so we have two sizes, 50 ml and 100 ml. The launch was 2019 at Pitti Fragranze in Florence. And let's see what the future brings for us.
I am Catherine OMAI. I'm the nose and the creator of Catherine OMAI fragrances. The name of the fragrance is Contagious. The brand is a representation of the African culture, spirit, and the resilience of the African people. It's a very strong animalistic fragrance. It's an oud fragrance that is a composition of Cambodian oud, labdanum, myrrh, sandalwood, I said oak moss, leather, and sandalwood. Yeah, we compose the fragrance with raw elements so that it represents the strength and the perseverance of the African people. The bottle is wrapped in a unique handmade material. Material for special occasions in Nigeria, especially the Western culture of Yoruba. They use it for weddings and royal ceremonies. This particular design was created for my brother's wedding last year, so it has a sentimental attachment to me. I wanted it to be the identity of the brand. It's packaged in a lacquer box to preserve the luxury component of the brand. I hope you get to discover my brand. We have samples on our website www.catherineomai.co.uk, and we hope you get to explore and be excited about the brand as everybody else has been.
My name is Fadi Al-Haddad. I'm from Parfum, and I'm happy to have you here. Thank you, Sebastian, and we're happy to have all your viewers. And welcome to our LARC world. We're launching soon, very soon, we're launching Chrysalide from Parfum, and it's one of the richest and rare perfume. In fact, we work on it for a long time. It has, like the privilege it has, is around 248 ingredients. But the interesting part of it that the combination is very special combination. It comes together when you smell it. You keep smelling it for a very long time. It's long lasting, and you keep discovering these ingredients which come together in very nice way, very elegant way, not shouting. It's most of the ingredients are of course natural ingredients, and the combination is something that we hope it offers something new. At the same time it reserves our image and what we are offering as a brand to our client. So this is in brief about Chrysalide. In addition to Chrysalide, also we're launching Boreal, which is coming in more floral notes and smoother than Chrysalide. I hope you will be able to try them both by the beginning of 2020. It's planned to launch in between November and December, both of them. So this is about our novelties, and the collection that we have already in the market is, it's a Voyage collection, and we started the new collection, which is Memoir collection with Argentine, and the number 2 in this collection will be Chrysalide, and then after that Boreal. I'm happy to have you here. Thank you for having me in your channel, and we'll keep you posted with everything new. We are working in very interesting projects also for the near future. We will have also new lines by the spring 2020. We're working on also different category, like it's complementary to the perfume. As a perfume house, we need to complement our clients with candles, with soap, and I'll leave the rest as a surprise.